are so incredibly lucky to be living in Ireland and having so many beautiful landscape and vistas around every single corner. But today I have come to Glendalough in the Garden of Ireland, County Wicklow, where I'm going to give you some tips and tricks and a little flavour on how to get that perfect landscape photograph. Well, I am joined today by one of the country's finest landscape photographers, Patrick Donald. How are you, Patrick?
I'm very well, thank you.
So we are in Glendalough, which is very, very beautiful. So this particular location is quite special to you, isn't it?
It's pertinent that we're here today, indeed it is, because it's 25 years ago I took my first picture, really. I went out, having been I was in the Ileach Library in Dublin, and I was looking at some big books of Ansel Adams, very fine photography. He's not alive now, but he has an amazing body of work which still sells well in America. He took these vast landscapes of the mountains, Half Dome and all the waterfalls and rivers around there, and really very much inspired by his black and white work. And so I got up very early, which is obviously what you need to do as a landscape photographer. If you get up early enough, you're going to have better chance of catching the lovely light that the morning gives you. Generally, it's great for lakes or water because the wind isn't affecting the top, and so you can get beautiful reflections.
Excellent.
And then you're relying on, obviously, the light to come good for you. And in Ireland here, as you say, we're blessed with the landscape,
yes,
but we're also blessed with the light because of the clouds. And actually that changes the landscape from day to day and hour to minute.
And what is the perfect light for landscape photography?
There is no, that's the thing about photography, there's no perfect anything.
Okay.
And you never know what's going to work. I think the key is to notice things yourself as you walk around, as you look through the viewfinder. Does it actually make sense to you, the composition?
Because that's very important, isn't it, composition? Yes,
the composition is obviously the key. Composition is the most strong element of a picture. And that's what I would try and teach students about primarily, and to get away more so from the technicalities of their camera, because that's what can curtail people from being creative. And so if you can look through the lens as if you were driving your car kind of thing, it's second nature to change the gear and put the clutch in.
Yes.
And if you can use aperture, shutter speed and ISO in that manner, then you have every opportunity to focus on really what's important in the scene, and that is composition.
So you're going to show me exactly where you took that photo.
Great idea. Let's go.
Let's go. So on that day, 25 years ago, what made you pick this location to take the shot?
I guess I was drawn to the composition of the foreground with the way the twigs were and the lead into it along the edge of the lake.
And your foreground is very different here than it is over there too, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you know, that's the key to photography. You don't want to restrict yourself just to one spot.
Sure.
I mean, sometimes you just need to move a foot away and it actually makes the shot, you know, and that's what's interesting about it too, is if you can recognize when you're to move a little bit left or a little bit right, which makes all the difference.
It's all about, I suppose, taking as many shots as you need and learning from your mistakes, like everything else in life.
I think so, yeah, absolutely. If you don't have the courage to take pictures, you won't make the good ones.
Of course.
So you've got, and I think showing your pictures to people and asking them what they think is kind of key. And as well as that, seeing what good photographers have produced and why, ask yourself why the pictures work. And then from that you'll learn an awful lot, and you'll be able to bring that out into the field. A bit like when I came here for the first time, I'd been influenced by the work of Ansel Adams, and when I came here I had that in mind, and I had his compositions in my mind, and that helped me to produce something that was reasonable.
So there you have it, all you need to know about taking a good landscape photograph. And don't forget to keep taking your photographs and sending them in to us at the Ireland AM Camera Club.